Hey there guys, it's Salis, and welcome to 10 Second Ninja. This is a game that's already released, but I did see it EGX Rezzed, so, you know, it still counts. And it is bloody hard. Especially if you're trying to commentate over it. As you can see, I haven't really gotten all that far into it because it's so bloody hard. But I will try my best to show exactly what this game is about. Long story short, you play a ninja, because ninjas, and you are tasked with stopping a robo-Nazi invasion led by a robot Hitler who can breathe radioactive lasers. Still not making sense? Good, let's dive in. I'm going to show you a few levels from each of the zones I've unlocked, hopefully, and try and explain to you what exactly it is. So let's start with the very beginning. It begins. Right, shuriken that guy. There we go. 2 seconds 40. You only have 10 seconds to complete every level. Unfortunately, I lack the reaction time to get a 3-star rating, so we just kind of have to move on. Now, the timer doesn't start until you do, which is bloody handy. Because when you come to not screwing up, it's very important that you don't screw up. Kind of like that. And as you can see, you have a ranged attack. You have 3 shurikens in total. And you have your sword. You don't get shurikens in boss fights, and if you try, there is actually an achievement for trying to use a shuriken in a boss fight. Now, as you can see, that's a bit slower than my winning record. You'll notice I always get 2-star ratings, because I spend like hours trying to perfect it. And there's a reason for that, not just because I want to stroke my ego for a bit, but there is no room for 1-star ratings in the world of the ninja. In other words, to finish the whole game, you always have to get a minimum of a 2-star rating, and that's a bit annoying, especially in later levels. Now, with the timer not starting until you make an action, it does give you a chance to plan your route, which I would highly recommend because this game relies entirely too much on speed. Damn. Now, as I said, I'm not exactly the best in terms of reaction time, so it does take me a while to get these levels down. Right, that's enough of the forest, I think. Let's have a look at the next zone, which is the canyon. Now, all throughout this game, there are Nazi swastikas everywhere, and there is a censorship option to turn that off if you're a bit sensitive to the old, you know, Nazis. But these are robots, so personally I don't care. But also the cutscenes are hilarious. Unfortunately, I can't show you any of those because I've already passed them. And basically, it's the robots that you face here complaining to Robo Hitler that they have nothing to do. I think in one cutscene they actually go, yeah, but you can breathe radioactive lasers and we just kind of stand around. And that's very true, they do kind of just stand around. Whoops. And yes! There we go, next level. And the levels do get a lot harder. Eventually they do start adding different robots. In the ice world, they start adding these general robots, which usually take about 2 slices of the sword. Although I've noticed the sword can be quite inconsistent. Sometimes I can take down a general in 1 hit, other times it takes a little bit more. Right, you're shielded from the rock falling. So if I go this way, up and throw, and run them over with bricks. There we go. As I said, planning does kind of take a front runner in all these levels. Ah, now this is a new thing, this white box, which does this. It'll slam into the ground and then raise up again. They don't keep doing it. They only do it once, so you've got to So you got to kind of be strategic with these. And there is actually a level whereby it's focused entirely around them, which is a pain in the ass. This one, because you only got 3 shurikens, obviously you'd think, okay, you shuriken that guy and then climb up and shuriken those 2. No, it's a lot harder, and I'm not going to show you because I'm probably going to screw it. Right, let's go to the last bit I've unlocked, which is the ice world. Now, I'll show you the level I'm on now, which I'm stuck on, because this will give me a good chance to show you those generals I was on about. Right, as you can see, these big beefy robots are generals. You can tell that because they're wearing a hat. Never understood that about the military. Really? All hats? See what I mean about these being really inconsistent? That one took 2, but the other one took 1. I don't really get why. And yes, we're going to retry because you need 2-star ratings minimum. Ow! I'm hoping that recording this while playing it will give me some kind of boon, and I will be able to whiz through this. Apparently not. I shave 1 second 30. Jeez, this game is not forgiving at all, because it always leaves you with the sense of how am I going to shave 1 second 30 off this? But alas, you hit the retry, and you die. I like the environmental combat in this. I think it's really handy. Like as you saw with the canyon, you can drop the bricks on them. And in this one, you can drop massive icicles, which will also kill you if they fall on you, as I have shown. And 120 I'm going to shave off. I'm going to shave off 10 seconds there. Come on. This game is addictive in a bad way. I have been so unproductive because of this game. Again, another example of why the sword is really inconsistent. I was supposed to slash him about 3 or 4 times without doing anything to him. But other than that, I can say this game is fantastic. I mean, I prefer playing it with the Xbox 360 controller. The keyboard controls are perfectly functional, they work really well, and the game does run at 60 frames a second, which is great when you've got to keep up a fast and skillful pace. But let's just go on. Let's just die. So that's a massive plus in its favour. Come on. Oh, I need to shave 0.44 off. That sucks. See what I mean about the boon of playing this while recording it? Yes, this is probably the only level in the ice world I'm going to get to show you because I'm stuck on it and I need the support of everyone on YouTube to save me. Come on! This sword is like the most inconsistent weapon ever. Some ninja this guy is. Yeah, I'm a ninja, I'm just not very accurate. Right. Kind of balls that up. And I balls that up. Okay. One, two, three. Spikes. 1, 2, 3. Okay. For the sake of just demonstrating, I'll show you one of the first levels in the ice world. Like I said, these do get a lot harder as the game goes on, because you've got to plan even more and even more. Normally what I do is that, followed by this. And if you miss one of those jumps, you're pretty much knackered. And I've just realised I can do this. There we go. As you see, I've done it in 350, but that took me about an hour. So what can I really say about 10 Second Ninja? The design's great. I love how cartoony the whole thing is, but then again, when you're facing against Robot Hitler, why wouldn't you go cartoon? The levels are challenging with a capital C and a lowercase And it always leaves you with that one question. How could I have done this better? In my case, I have no idea. Drop and jump. Because, like I said, I haven't got the best reaction time. If you've got great reaction time, this is probably going to be the game for you. But if you're like me and you just want absolute craziness, this is also the game for you. Because 10-second ninja, as I said, it's challenging, but it's fair. There's always a way to do it. All you've got to do is remember to be quick. This is why I prefer the 360 pad. It has much faster movement with your thumbs. But like I said, PC controls work fine. Some of the achievements are hilarious. The cutscenes are funny as hell. And I would totally recommend getting this. As I said, it's already been released on Steam. And I honestly couldn't see why you wouldn't want to get it. So, thank you all for watching my suffering at 10-second ninja. I've been Salis. I'm gonna beat those generals, and I will see you next time. Yeah, this world is a lot bigger than it looks. Because there's bits where you have to go underneath, bits where you can jump up to, bits you can't even access until you've got your first augmentation. Which I hopefully will show you very soon. Is there anywhere I can steal antidepressants from down here? No.